the Liberland blockchain. So what is the Liberland blockchain? The Liberland blockchain is a new blockchain which seeks to protect your finance from the man and other threats. And I'm not going to specify them. You know them better than I do. It is a blockchain. It's a fast blockchain, smart contract enabled, and it has certain unique features. And amongst them is that we have two core tokens. You can, of course, make any tokens you want because it's smart contract enabled and also assets part enabled. But we have Liberland merits and Liberland dollars as our core token, which has special functionality in maintaining the system. We start with the merit. Merit is obviously what those of you who are voter citizens, already have. It's a political token for your citizenship, voting token, and that's in its staked form or politically pooled form. And you get awarded for paying taxes or for helping Liberland in any way. You don't buy them at this moment; you get them as a reward for your contribution. And if you want to be on welfare, if you need money, you can unstake them. Well, soon if you will need money because it's not yet that one's not yet on exchanges, but we're going to get them there, and we're going to get them mostly on decentralized exchanges because they're better in all respects. Now, and first tier centralized exchanges, of course. And then we have Liberland dollar, which is already on exchanges, and that's centralized and decentralized. Hello, Mexi, and hello, Uniswap and Radium. It's an operational token. You use it for gas fees, even though it's not called gas here, but it's the same thing. Those who know. Those who don't know, it's basically whatever you need to do on a blockchain, you need to pay for it. On our blockchain, the payment is absolutely minimal. It's like a cent or something like that per transaction. You will be able to use it for contracts, which you actually are able to use already, but not many of them. Cards and validate rewards. We're going to talk about those soon. So that's the future of a blockchain world. We want to be a part of it. What's a validator? Validators are securing the blockchains, securing the blockchains. How to say it? That the blocks which are made are the right blocks, right? So that there are no actors who are unauthorized writing something they shouldn't. This means that we are a proof of stake, which we indeed are. So if you have Liberland dollars, you can stake them. This is something else than polit pooling merits, by the way, and you can become a validator. We have this citizen only because it's a critical infrastructure. However, if you're already a citizen, this is the easiest blockchain to become a validator of, so you can become validator today. Now, obviously, you can use it for voting. Also, the blockchain. This blockchain is the first blockchain to run a real life state government. And so, how does it work? Well, you're going to vote soon in Congress elections, but the Congress is just your representative, but you are the actor on the blockchain, because everything that is law has to go through a referendum. We don't have democracy per se. We have meritocracy with a democratic rudiment there, but the most action happens on meritocratic basics. So again, you vote with your politically pooled Liberland merits or LLMs. The democracy, by the way, there will be something called public veto. It's being implemented, and that's head count, like democratic referendum, but it's only for repealing stuff and for also removing people whom you don't trust from function. Yeah, and you and Congress is what you're voting for, can propose motions, laws, you name it, and the referendum has to adopt it. It's kind of like a Roman system, Roman Republic, very, very close to that. And so the Congress can propose it with highly favorable conditions. There is an anti-populism measure where if you propose it, you have to have more than usually more than 60-70% of voters on your side to pass it. That's not the case for Congress originated referendums, 50% plus one, and you pass. So that's why Congress is so powerful and why it's so important, why we're here now. But this is not all, right? We have Liberland companies, and we're more than 80 on chain, and the register is published relatively not so long ago, and there's such an interest in those companies, and 15 of those at least are doing real business in real life. We also have companies off chain. They're mostly dormant, but they are becoming active as they register, and soon coming GDP estimates. Of course, like I'm writing here, Twilight Zone. That means that nobody knows really what to do with, like, regulators don't know really what to do with Liberland companies. So it's kind of a pilot project, and be aware of this. Consult your lawyer and consult your tax advisor if you're in doubt. Speaking of which, we have several types of companies. The Good Boy company, aptly so named, is a company for patriots, which gives you full access to Liberland markets and so on, but you need a parallel company in your country. And if you have that, you mostly don't have to worry about regulations, because you basically, that company is paying all the taxes, all the regulations. Yeah, we're not a tax haven, we're tax heaven, and we're still establishing ourselves. So this is really for the patriot and for the person who wants to join us because he likes Liberland, but it doesn't give you like tax or regulatory breaks. And please consult your lawyer and tax advisor. That you could have a non-good boy company which is only Liberland. So it exists in Liberland in some kind of a office, and then offers services in Liberland only. And that one doesn't have to have the parallel company. And theoretically, that would have the results for taxes which it would have. But we need more infrastructure for that. And of course, you with the Good Boy company, especially, you can do business outside of Liberland, which is what most people do in one way or another. And we are trying to enable a parallel system of contracts and enforcement, including a judiciary, a crypto judiciary, swift, alternate, dispute resolution, affordable, fair. Yeah, but you still have to take care of your local regulations and taxes. Now, we are building a decentralized exchange, which is actually already online, and you'll be able to tokenize, to make tokens and to offer them on the Liberland market. And you can do it actually today. So on Liberlandex, I mean, you can do it actually today. We will have, and we are already having NFTs in pilot projects. So please join us and become the first true artist to post on our NFTs. Now, in summary, we're at the end. We are here. We have governance, company ecosystem, so the beginnings of judiciary already online. Centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges for the LLD, and bridge to ETH and Sol, NFTs, and the smart and the contracts. I didn't talk much about those, but we have really a good way how to treat contracts. So you can ask me later, call it traditional contracts, and we can basically take text, put it on blockchain, and you don't need to turn it into code. So that's kind of cool, because most contracts in real life obviously are text-based. Now, in the near future, you get a Tron bridge, payment gateways already in the works, LLD on credit cards already in the works, and we will redesign the app, and we will have BTC LLD trading pair. Yeah. So please join us in building the world's freest nation. Here's the QR code again. And that was it, my short and quick presentation